What is going on, guys? Magician 250 has arrived. I'm going to try and get as much of this on camera as I can because I know y'all like to see the whole process. But to be honest with you, I have never assembled a Magician before, and I have no clue what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and get this started, and I will be back in just a minute. So really, guys, I feel like I should talk about why I got the Magician. Y'all know I have a TBR7. Y'all know I almost had a Hawk. My buddy Dustin's got a Hawk, so I could see that bike pretty much all I want. But the Magician, I just feel like it's one that's not really talked about, or nobody is really buying them. And I'm just curious why, because they are so cool. And of course, I understand that it's a lower seat height. You might call it a girl's bike or something, but that's not really the case. It's just for y'all that don't know, it's modeled after a Yamaha Tricker. The bike, I don't think that bike's available in the States, but yeah, that's basically what it's cloned after body wise, and it's still the same Honda CG motor, and it's lighter. So in my theory, it should go a little faster than my TBR7 should. And people complained about the welds on this bike. Well, not people complained. There was actually problems with the welds on these bikes. And I feel like they've had, 3-4 years now to get that right. And I feel like that's something that they would pay some attention to. So right now, I got all the straps off. And it's just about time to start pulling this lid off. So I'll be right back when I get that started. It's crazy, actually, because the more I think about it, I have not seen a single video on YouTube yet with an unboxing for a 2020 Magician. So that's exciting. This is a first for us. This is my first sight of unboxing a 2020 Magician, and maybe I'll do some assembly in this video. I'd like to, but sometimes I've got to actually step back and take a look at stuff myself. So taking the cover off the box now, and I will be right back. Alrighty, guys, so I am pulling the lid off. Oh, and for y'all that don't know, I ordered this from Arlington Power Sports, and shipped from My Scooters and ATV, and I got an email from Manny. And from what I've read, Manny is the guy from TX Power Sports. So it looks like it's just a sub company, but I got my bike pretty quick, so it's not like I'm really upset or nothing. Seeing here, this is the Magician, and of course this bike looks really small now. That rear shock is not installed, and rear shock's not installed right now, and it needs to have the forks basically extended because they're pretty much mashed down. You can actually see here and tell how far down the forks are on there. But yeah, here we go. Check it out. So I'm going to be pulling the box off now so we can see what we're working with after this. So I will be right back. Again, sorry guys, I don't have no way to hold up my camera. But yeah, I am super excited, just as excited as y'all are. So let's get it going. Alrighty guys, so let's talk about a couple things I see here. Now here is the bike out in all its glory. And so far it looks pretty good. This is actually the least amount of damage I've seen. Look at how clean the box is. My TBR7 it came off in one piece. My TBR7 came pretty rough, so that's something to think about here. But I will tell you a couple things I see so far. Right here, this right here is generally where it's going to connect the frame whenever you're going to have your handlebars here. Look how that's nice and flush. This one right here going to the handlebars looks like it's been all crossed out. So I'm hoping that doesn't have anything to do with the threads on the inside. And hopefully it didn't affect them at all. But here we go. Check out the cluster. I always thought the Magician cluster looked pretty cool. It's running, what here, half of a kilometer. If this rings in kilometers, I'm still not sure. But yeah, owner's manual. Check it out. There's my keys. And yeah, let's get this thing open a little more, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. So now I'm just getting these out of here. Whew, I'm gonna fall down. Here, guys, the garage is a little messy on my other project, but got to. It's a whole lot easier with the impact. I remember last time I did it with screwdrivers and pliers, and whew, that was a pain in the butt. Let's see here. Alrighty. So, I'm not going to make y'all watch me take all these bolts off, but I'll see y'all back in just a minute. Now, guys, I do want to talk about something I just noticed. Even on this case, even on this crate, these bolts are hardened bolts. See here, 8.8. Sorry, you can't really see that well. Yeah, 8.8. So that's pretty exciting. I noticed it when I was up here pulling them from here. And it looks like they're all... Yeah, the ones that they use for the crate are the same to hold the handlebars on. So that's exciting. I'll be back again. Sorry, guys, I can't really hold the camera and do all this because I would never get anything done. But I'll see y'all in just a little bit. fun fact about the RPS Magician 2020. It came with this piece of cardboard right here to stop the tire from rubbing up on the side of the bike in the case, and that's pretty cool if you ask me. Alright guys, so here we are. We're probably only about 15 minutes into the process. Got the crate off. As long as you're using the impacts, you can get it off rather easy. Let's go ahead and get some of this plastic off of here. Hopefully this isn't a bad idea, because I know it's got a lot of these extra parts tied into it. I don't want to put too much pressure on them, but I'm ready to see this little guy. I'm so excited, y'all. I've always kind of fanboyed over the Magician, and I mean, it's weird to fanboy or anything like that, but I mean, it's just, to me, it's just one of the most unique China bikes. You got the TBR7, you got the Brozz, you got the Hawk, you got the DLX. They all look the same. And this is the one that really offered something different. And I can say that. I have a Hawk. I mean, I have a TBR7. Very well could have a Hawk in the next few days as well. I was speaking with someone. Well, in the next few months, maybe. But, yeah. Let's see here. Try and get this off the easiest. There we go. Alright, so y'all can really start to see this coming together now. It's got handlebars left, take the plastic off the seat, install the rear shock and whatnot. And I've got to go by the parts store anyways, because I need to go and pick up some dielectric grease. I was going to go pick up some just grease for everything. I got chain lube with me. And yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and get everything done that I needed. This rear sprocket looks rather big, to be honest with you. I believe this is still a 428 setup. I'll look into that more in just a little bit. But yeah, check out these chain adjusters on this bike. Like, that's different, you know, it's exciting. Now, this chain adjuster does not look like it's a hardened bolt. But, yeah, here you go. Off-road use only. I'll go ahead and pull that off. Made in China is kind of cool, but I am going to pull that off. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, this paint on this guy, everything just looks so cool so far. I'm ready to get it up and have it ready. So I will see y'all in just a little bit. Alright guys, so let's talk for a second. Got the seat cover off, got my keys right here, got my manual. I was kind of upset. I remember seeing a Moto Cheese's video. He got a book that basically just had pictures of all the RPS products. I thought that would have been pretty cool to get. But let's talk about something real quick. Alright, so I know. Believe me, I am the one that can talk about understanding Chinese quality on bikes. I understand and I have a lot of leeway, but there is something already that bothers me. Check those out. Those lights I thought were cool. It reminds me of just a little Honda bike, but they're crooked. Come on, guys. But that's really the only complaint I have so far, so I can't really say too much. But yeah, so let me run to the parts store, grab some dielectric grease, and get some other things, some Loctite, so I can get this thing going. Alright guys, so far, sorry I'm sweaty, but so far it hasn't been too bad, and I'm looking at these welds, and to be honest, I'm not seeing anything too crazy. You can check them right here. They all look pretty decent. I mean, they're not horrible, so that's exciting so far. And I'm about to crack open this box of goodies right here, so let's check it out and see what we got from RPS themselves. I don't feel anything heavy in here, which makes me wonder if generally you'll feel that big old tube of battery acid. It makes me curious as to if this already has a battery installed. If it does, is it a sealed battery? I just ordered a sealed battery online last night. So, makes me curious. I'm really hoping I get that, no, never mind. To be honest, y'all, I don't even know if I'm going to give y'all a first start in this video from how much I despise these batteries. Alright, so the battery must already be in the bike. They just shipped the acid in there. Ugh. Alright, classic Magician circle mirrors. Excited for that. Here we go. This is one of the cool things about the Magician to me too. I'm excited to have that in there. Now it does look like it was printed a little crooked, but awesome. It's good to have. We get the tops for our handlebars, and that actually places we get these Allen keys for the handlebars, and these are 8.8s. So yeah, so we're not using the same bolts over there. They probably would work, but that's not what we're using. We get our little tool kit. I don't think this has a burrito tube. I think you actually mount this under your seat, but I think you do have to take a couple bolts out to get under your seat. So that makes me curious as to if there is another spot for it. But yep, they're supposed to give you basically what you need to to start rolling with this. This right here, I don't know if this goes to the bottom of the carburetor, if this is the part for the battery. This might be the drain hose, but we'll find out. Super excited actually. Dustin Seeger's my buddy, is actually coming over here. It's nice to have a Hawk buddy around, so he's coming over and he is going to help get this thing together, and hopefully I'll be able to catch some better shots of how to assemble this thing, because y'all, there is not enough information out there about the Magician. You see everything about the Hawks, you see everything about the TBR7s, but never the Magician. So I will talk to y'all soon, and hopefully we'll be able to have this bike going in just a little while. I've only spent maybe 25 minutes on it. This is definitely not a hard build. It's pretty much done. All I've really got to do is install the shock, put the front wheel on, put the handlebars on. All I've done so far is take off the box. It's just, there's not much to install on these bikes, but I will see y'all soon, and y'all rock.
It's not steel braided, but that's what's on my Rebel.
A good thick line, yeah. All right. You cool to be in it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, Dustin Seeger's to the rescue. Come over and help me get these shocks set up, forks set up. I haven't done forks before, but from what I've seen from the expert here, it's just loosening these up, and your fork will slide up and down freely, and you just tighten it back up. Is that right?
Yeah, just torque it down enough to where it will hold in the proper position here, and then you need to put your wheel on. Go ahead and put your speedometer reader on, all that kind of stuff. Get your wheel on, get that straight, and then you can put the finishing torquing touches on here to make sure this is even. You just want everything nice and even, and that's what we're going to do here in a few minutes.
Cool beans, guys. And we'll talk about this jack right here from Harbor Freight.
Yep.
Let's talk about the best $100 I've ever spent. I use it all the time on the TBR7 and on here too. Dusty, what you think about the jacks?
Dude, I'm all about it. I actually went to go buy one, and they had none in stock. And so what I did is I bought the $170 one, and I had like a 30% off coupon, had a little bit of extra cash, and I just went ahead and bought it, and I got it for like $149 or something like that. So I'm a huge fan of these. I use mine weekly.
Yeah. He's got the nicer jack than me. I wish I had his jack, but
this works just fine.
Yeah, this one right here, it has been a trooper for me. But yeah, $99 at Harbor Freight if you do work on four-wheelers, ATVs, dirt bikes, motorcycles. It's what you need. But we'll be right back.
Hey guys, what we're doing right now, got our marine grease, is recommended by Dan Sutton. We're going through the Hawk checklist. This has got the same motor as a Hawk. There's some obvious differences, as you know, if you follow the chinabike community, but we'll go ahead and put our marine grease in here. We just checked our bearings to make sure our bearings weren't seized up. The bearings are smooth as butter, straight out off of the boat from China. And then we'll do that, and then we'll get the other side. We're going to pack a bunch of grease in there. Just get it all grease-a-ramaed.
And we're using marine grease, right?
Yeah, using marine grease. That way it's resistant as much as possible to moisture. And we're not going to be riding this thing in the mud or anything like that. But, you know, we just like to be safe, have the best grease in there we can. And then we've got our axle right here in my hand. I was just looking behind me to see if I had it. I had it in my hand. It's like, you ever had your keys in your hand? You're like, where are my keys? Well, that's what I just did. So don't get grease on your threads, but you'll get grease on your threads. And then we're just going to slather this up and just get grease all on this. And then we're going to put it in here and get our forks adjusted, and then we'll be good to go.
Awesome.
All right, guys, so what you want to do, come on around this way, brother. We want to be able to get this. This is a hard thing to do sometimes, especially when you're first putting these things together. You want to be able to get your disc rotor inside of your two pads right here. You just want to make sure you don't get any grease in there that you use to grease up your axle. I take a flathead screwdriver, just real gentle. It's best to have a bigger one than this, but just kind of do like so, and then finagle it to where you can slide that rotor in there. There is a little tab at the top, if you'll see right here. You don't want to pull that tab out yet, so you want to go ahead and get your rotor in between that spot right there, and then once you've got it worked in there, then you're going to pull that tab out. But you just want to make sure you can get your rotor in there first, and that's sometimes a chore to do that. So as you can see, we're struggling. You got to have like
Hey guys, so Dustin is gone. It's just me again, and check it out. So bolt for the shock right here, like Dustin called it, the linkage bolt. Got it all nice and lubed up, and I'm gonna throw some Loctite on it. But first, I'm gonna make sure I can get it right how I need it. But you can see here, you want to be careful with the bike on the jack, of course. But what we need to do is get this lined up with this. And get that bolt through there, put some Loctite on the threads, and I'm going to be working on doing that. So basically what we're trying to do is get this bolt through this, but while it's over this. So I will see y'all in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, so getting this this shock on is definitely a tedious procedure. And as y'all know about me, I love messing with these bikes, but I'm not a master of them. So my buddy Dustin, I was in the video a little earlier, is going to come back again tomorrow. And we're going to get this thing figured out, get it done. It's pretty much done. All we need is that, put these controls on the handlebars and charge up the battery, and she'll be ready to go. So this is the end of part 1. I guess I'll upload part 2 tomorrow or the day after.